I went in here, there's this feeling I had because about 18 years ago, I was just like you all, seated here, very serious students, you know. So my dream back then, sorry, I like to tell stories, right? My dream back then was to, come out with good grades. I read accounting, by the way, do my ICANN, do my ACCA, do my master's, PhD, and work in oil company, CBN, travel around the world, work in big companies. That was my dream. If someone had told me today that I'll be doing food processing, packaging, exports, back then I didn't see myself as a business person. If you tell me that I'll do business, I'll say it's not possible. But today a whole lot has changed. And I believe that after this entire program, a whole lot will change about you by God's grace. So I run two companies. One is a logistic company, and one is a food processing packaging company. So I will tell you about my food processing company. The name is Chimert Nig Limited. So what we do is process Nigerian foodstuff, package them, and sell to Nigerians in diaspora. And then they pay us in dollar, pounds, or euro. I love the foreign currency. I don't know about you. So that's what we do at Chimert Nig. We offtake directly from farmers, right? So there is nothing we cannot do. Like he said, there is no barrier, there is no limitation. I started this business after giving birth to 3 kids. Yes, so you are still young, they are still active. You can do way better, right? So I just want to say a few things. I'm going to be speaking shortly about value addition. I believe they've talked about value addition, right? So I'll give an example now. Take for instance, we export plantain flour, right? We export plantain flour, we export yam flour, we export beans and beans flour. The beans flour is different from beans. We buy beans directly from the farms up north and we process into finished products and sell at higher costs and make more profits. When you sell beans and when you sell beans flour, you realize that beans flour has more profits. And why is that? It's because we've added extra value. So when I ventured into export, I was doing the raw product, exporting the beans itself, the plantain itself. But I realized that when I processed into finished products, I made more profits. I sold faster. In fact, customers paid me in advance. African shops, Asian stores in diaspora, they were rushing us. Why? Because we made processing easy. All they need to do is the beans flour, they use it for akara, they use it for wine. We do puff mix, they just fry it and they consume it. So because we packaged it, we processed it, it's easy for them to buy and we make more profits. Now, when we say value addition, it's not just food stuff, right? Do you know you can export the clothes you are wearing? If you're a fashion designer, you can export it. Once you've sewn it, okay, it's called value addition, you can export it. There are fashion houses abroad that want to buy from you. Labor is expensive over there, like people who sew. It's expensive, so they prefer to buy from fashion designer. Okay, there are customers. I also run a logistic company, by the way. So there are customers that have African shops that they buy from fashion designers in Nigeria. At times we ship up to 1,000 units of clothes. In fact, tomorrow we have about 2,000 units of clothes we are shipping to Atlanta for our customer. So you can, if you're a fashion designer, think outside the box. Africans, Asian, Africans, Nigerians, residents outside Nigeria, residents in Europe, UK, different parts of the world, they have changed their location. But guess what? Their taste bud has not changed. Their fashion sense have not changed. Their culture have not changed. Everything they consume while they were here, they still pray for it, they still consume it. So that was why I decided to service Nigerians and Africans in diaspora and earn what? In foreign currency. How many of us know the exchange rate of Naira to dollar? So imagine that's what you are earning over there when you export. So I decided to start exporting what? Food stuff. I process it, I package it, There is nothing we don't sell. Kilishi, we sell. Dry goat meat, we sell. Ijebu gari, we sell. Groundnuts, just name them, we sell. And I don't sell here to Nigerians, I sell abroad. So I just want to open your mind. Even if it's this week that I'm hearing, we ship it every single week because I said I run a logistic company. In fact, it is my full processing and packaging business that bettered was the logistic business. Okay, so even the hair, you can make grits and sell to us, Nigerians in diaspora. There is nothing we don't ship. Indomie, we ship. Okay? Food stuff, any food stuff we ship. But where I am focusing on now is food processing because whether you like it or not, people must do what? Eat. So every single day, we send out goods. I'm coming from the north. I went to buy goods, right? When it gets to Lagos, we are going to process. I'm not in the office, but my staff are processing goods, and their shipment leaving today. Their shipment leaving tomorrow. Their shipment leaving on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to different countries. So ask yourself, which products around you can you add value and start sending to people abroad? Look around you, the groundnuts around you that you think is ordinary groundnuts. Do you know there are people who want it? On Friday, we sent 10 cartons of groundnuts. Each box contains 30 units. 30 times 10 is what? 300. This week, we are sending 100 boxes of groundnuts to USA and African store. Plantain chips, they buy. Kuli kuli, they buy. Chip, they buy. Wow, because we've added value. It's just for them to buy it and start doing what? Consuming. So there is nothing you cannot export as far as you have added value to it. I run a mentorship program and we have lots of students like you who have started small. Some of them are exporting Ijebu gari. Some of them are doing snacks. They are not even processing themselves. They buy from wholesalers because they are students, they are busy, and they are doing what? Exporting. So value addition is where the profit is. You may not have the capital to start farming. You may not have the capital to start buying processing equipment. But you can start small by buying from wholesalers because when you send it abroad, you make what? More money. And not just in Naira, you make it in foreign currency. How many of us want to export? How many of us want to earn in foreign currency? So how for yourself, you like money like? So like I said, I will not be wasting your time. Okay, I will mention a few products that is high in demand. I will export every single day. I'm not saying every week, every single day. Palm oil, number one, we send it out every single day. If you come to my office and start today, we have oil that is set to be shipped to UK by sea this week. Container. Oil is number one. Every Nigerian wants to consume oil. They have aromas here, but you can never get the taste of our indigenous Nigerian oil. Okay? Catfish too. I don't process catfish, but I buy from catfish farm. Though we process like catfish. Catfish is a high in demand product. Every Nigerian that ships, that orders for product from us, they always order for palm oil and what? Catfish. Then there's this herbal tea now that is trendy that everybody seems to be ordering for herbal tea. All those herbal tea that cures jedi, high BP, is in high demand abroad. So if you're that person that know how to mix herbals and is going to detoxify, is going to reduce their blood sugar, it is high in demand. As far as you can package it, process it, put it in Lipton bag, in Ziploc bags, my dear, now you will set fire. We call it blood non. Plantain flour. Plantain flour, a lot of people are health conscious. I buy my plantain flour, I process it, and then they consume. We sell out in tons, we process. If you go to our pages, you see our back-end processes in our factory, where we process plantain flour, and we sell to wholesalers, right? Where we sell over there. So start thinking outside the box. Crayfish, you may think it's a dirty business, but you know it's something we sell every single day. I buy from Aura crayfish and prawns, right? And we package nicely, Sometimes we blend and we export to different parts of the world, right? So start thinking outside, but even if you're a fashion designer, your market alone should not be Nigeria. Nigerians on Sundays when they go to church, they prefer to show off in our native wear. So they buy from us. There are fashion houses that want to buy your designs, that want to sign contracts with you so that you can supply them every week. If you are into me, my dear sister, consider it is value addition. As far as you've carried the attachments and convert it into it is called value addition. A lot of Africans want to patronize you. Now, I know the next thing will be asking me, how? How do you get this market? Well, I can spend the whole day talking about this, but I'll be very brief. You see, your generation is blessed. I'm very lucky. Someone said our generation is blessed. You see the internet, right? God has given us this internet for a reason. God used people to give us this platform, right? So number one thing, there are different platforms you can sell apart from, I sell on Amazon, I sell on Walmart, sell on all those platforms. But I also know that some of us want to start on a budget, right? So where do you find these customers? I will tell you for free. Okay, one of the things you need to do is to set up your social media page. It could be on Facebook, it could be on Instagram. Okay, give your business a name. Give your business what? A name that relates to what you do or you want to do. Give your business a name. Write out the product you intend sending abroad. Okay? The product you intend selling abroad, whether locally or abroad. But me, I'm an abroad person because, again, I say I like what? God, I'm an Igbo woman, so we like. Right. So, you research your target market. Who do you want to sell to? For me, my target markets are wholesalers abroad. My target market is what? African shops abroad. My target market is Asian stores abroad, because those Asian stores, they also sell our food stuff, everything from Nigeria they sell. Okay? My target market is agents. There are agents who want to patronize you, who want to give you market, but you're giving them commission for every market they go to. My target market are people who want to start this business abroad. There are a lot of Nigerians abroad who want to start this business, but they don't even know how. Okay, they don't know how to get started. They don't know who to source from. They don't know who to package. They don't trust anybody. So I want to be that person that will supply them in wholesale and they will do or start the business. I want to be that person that will package and brand for them and they will sell as theirs. So those are my target markets. My target market also is individual household to patronize me every single month. So how do I target my target market? One of the ways, there are different ways, I'll just talk about one or two. One of the ways you can target your market, like I said, you have to create a social media platform. You give it a name and you do what? You start posting consistently about your products and services. I sell plantain flour. We show our back end because for these people to trust you well enough to patronize you, they need to see your processes, they need to see your back end. Okay? Beyond doing graphic design and posting, show us how the plantain flour is being processed. Show us how it's being packaged. Share the picture. Come forward and show us your face. Talk about these products. Tell us the pricing. Tell us why your plantain flour is different from another person's plantain flour. Tell us why your palm oil is unadulterated. Why there are many palm oil, but yours is different. Okay? Show up consistently and consistently post about your products. Now, posting alone will not do the job. Do you know where the magic comes from? When you run ads that target African shops, African stores, individuals abroad, that is where the magic comes from. Now, when they see your ad, they'll come and check your page to see if what you're advertising is reflecting on your page. And that's when they start patronizing you. And on your page, you need to build trust. Okay, you need to do what? When I say building trust, if you have a registered business, even if it's business name, it's not cost. Okay? Put your certificates there, snap it. Business name is not expensive. Make that sacrifice. Have a registered company account. Register your business name. That one is not cost too. You don't pay anything to go to the bank to register your company name. And then you pay it there. That should be the first thing they'll be seeing. If you have a business address, that should be the first thing. Create a flyer and tell them this is your business address. For me, I started from my home and I use my home address. So this is what I did. If my address is 4 Kolawole, I just put Kolawole Street. 99.9% of them will not come. But the fact that your address is on your page, your company is registered and your company account is stating pay only to this company, it has built trust. And show up every day because people want to connect to the owner of the brand. I tell you, when you learn that targeting different countries, you will get buyers. And you have to be consistent in showing up. Consistency in showing up. Shyness does not pay bills. I'm a very shy and timid person. But trust me, when I start applying this little strategy and applying some tools and software to boost my business online, the market, people from different parts of the world are once contacting us now. And trust me, if you do all this, they will contact you. How many of you have learned anything here today? How many of you have learned something? Yes, I did not go deep, but I'm sure you learned something. I have students who are para bags and para shoes. They don't sell to Nigerians. They sell to Netherlands. They sell to Dublin. They sell to US. They are always busy. That's what we call value addition. It must not be food. In my own case, it is food. In your own case, it must not be food. But there are Nigerians that are looking for this product. You just have to position yourself, connect to see you, find you, and contact. And how do they find you? You have to be visible. You have to erase every doubt. A scammer does not show up consistently. A scammer does not have a corporate account. A scammer does not have a registered business. A scammer does not show the back-end processes. A scammer does not show address. You have to show up consistently. They pay us in advance. No, we don't tear our capital down. When we run adverts, if you don't know how to run adverts, pay experts. You cannot do everything yourself. No, because I have to learn to run adverts. But if you cannot, there are people whose profession is to pay adverts. Pay adverts. I have students like you who are earning 7 figures weekly. I'm not saying monthly. Exporting. Why? Because they've learned the value addition. It must not be food. Look around you. What can you put add value? Is it necklace? Is it bead? That you can add value and start running adverts to these countries and start selling and making your money in foreign currency. These days, we no longer run ads consistently, but guess what? Because we've built our reputation over the years, we get calls from Belgium, Australia, different parts of the world, and we are sending every single day. I'm not saying every single week, every single day. This can also be you. So look around you. What do you have? You can actually export. Position yourself online, run adverts, and start selling and making your money in foreign currency. Thank you.